Watching will be about people's pet theories and hobbies, and their ability to twist anything they run into meaning whatever they need it to. For those of you who aren't aware, what you're looking at on the screen here is called a sprite. This is called a super sprite or mega sprite or whatever. It's an extremely large, physically large-sized bolt of upside-down lightning almost. It's usually referred to as a cold plasma. Comes from the top of thunderstorm clouds or just ordinary clouds and propagates up towards the edge of space. You can go on for 90 kilometers and that sort of thing in this case. The root cause of this sprite lightning remains unknown even after 30 years of motion and still photographic study and video recording study. It's an extremely unusual phenomena, but it doesn't happen more often now than it did in 1730 or 1886 when people went out of their way to make note of it. People would note these very short, like very short, like photographic film flash style flashes in the sky, and if they had a clear view of a cloud in the distance they could see on the top of, they would see these. And people would talk about lightning dancing on top of clouds and such as that. But actual astronomers like John George Estor in 1730 or Henry Tonabee and T. Mackenzie in 1886 are the only examples we have of somebody going out of their way to do this as part of an observation of weather phenomena or something in the sky while they're trying to look at stars. The first photo was done by the University of Minnesota, apparently, in 1989. Now, the reason for it is it's just really short duration and somewhat rare. There is no reason to assume this is being induced or caused by anything. In fact, some people have theories that it's driven by more or less solar wind, which seems like it could be a source, but there's no confirmation of it. We do not understand this. Now, from that, you can read into it, if you wish, any hypothesis or belief system you want to. But the one thing I'm not going to let you do is post this on a Facebook page and try to use it to prop up your bullshit theory that is bullshit. I mean, it's dead. It's not true. And you've never offered any proof of it, along with everybody else doing the same promotion of it. And not give credit. So the missing credit is astrophotographer Chao Shen, who lives in Shaoxing, China, and the image was apparently done August 25th of 2019. Now it has Starman here written down. Apparently that was his signature he put on his work. And I'm giving credit where credit's due. But someone on Facebook decided to grab this image off of spaceweatherarchive.com, which had it as a September 1st upload, a super sprite over China. And again, we don't understand how this works, so we do not know that it could be induced or suppressed by any phenomena in time or space or reality. We have no clue how these work. And there's maybe a couple of dozen, like it's less than 100 photos of this stuff. And that's all we have is photos. There's very little other than one or two audio-video recordings where the audio isn't really relevant. And that's by happenstance. Point a camera in any direction. You're just as likely as a scientist who's an expert to catch it. You just have to aim it over clouds. So mountaintop observatories are very valuable in this way. But that's kind of where it all ends. I mean, we're talking about two documentations many decades apart. We're talking about a ridiculously large period of time between two observations by people who are qualified to even make note of it. And they made, explanations of the angle they saw it at and what part of the sky they saw it at. And there's no reason to believe that these are truly the most extreme ones anybody saw, because the majority of the planet at that time and even today isn't really populated. The majority of the surface area of the planet this would happen over, the ocean, isn't populated most of the time. They're seen from space more often than they are from the land because you can look down at the clouds. There are entire image galleries of this stuff now, simply because, and again, it's like less than 100 really good images of these big ones, the red super sprites, we still don't understand them. So someone posts When I tell people that our planet and solar system is changing because of our sun, you probably already know where that person's brain is and where their head's at and how far it's crammed in. This is just one of many examples. Lee Warble Garble. He has a Facebook page and several other websites that get very minimal traffic. He has a couple of YouTube channels, and he loves promoting how important he is by coming by every once in a while and saying, I have more subscribers than you. Yeah, now that one of my channels that had 5,000 subs on it is dead, of course you do. Then again, there's a video of a goldfish bowl. That channel has more subscribers than you and I combined. So I don't get where you're coming from. This is the guy who challenged me over many years by saying, I have more subscribers than you do, when he didn't. He had less than the number I did. He had less views. He had less page hits for years. Now, of course, now that one of the channels is dead and he finally paid attention because, well, he didn't pay attention, obviously. I mean, I don't think I'm number one on his list of shit to do. I hope not. So he finally noticed that I have a channel with very few subscribers on it. Yeah, I'm aware of that. That's because YouTube took down the other channel a while ago. Actually, you're new here or something. That happened years ago. Wheel barger, garble garble. What is a wheel barger? Isn't that supposed to mean something? Anyway, so this photo doesn't show the grand solar minimum or that global warming is fake. Because that's preposterous. Number one, it has nothing to do with it. Number two, that would imply that you know the mechanism by which super sprites happen over China after having a typhoon go through or something like that. And you understand how they work. Okay, well, it's a cold plasma, so do a video on cold plasmas in our atmosphere, how they work. Why there's a optical, why there's a frequency shift to the light coming off. It's not like people can go to a store and buy one of those electric lightning globes and see lightning spraying out from the center and not make an inference that may be similar, since this is ridiculously close to it, since that's a partially evacuated container with low pressure nitrogen and oxygen and stuff, and has almost the same appearance. But, obviously it couldn't be anything even slightly comparable. So do a whole video on that. And by the way, next time you put up one of these images, give a link. So I'll include the links below in the description to where this image comes from. So let's look. There's the page, and there's Shaochen and Shaoxing city in China. Can't pronounce it right, but there it is. And there's the big image there, and that's the location. He was over here looking almost south, and that was where the storm was prior to that. And that's it. And that's on this website here. We go here. There's the actual image. That's the better quality one. Lead Wheelbarger did not leave a link to this. He also didn't show it in all its glory by just giving the decent resolution. And again, there's Starman, much clearer, so he used an even shittier version of it. And here's the real-time image gallery of spaceweather.com showing the bright red uber sprites, and some of them are much more dramatic. And it has probably all of the images we've got. Unfortunately, because it's using a search engine thing, it also shows a picture of a plane flying past the sun and all sorts of things that are unrelated. But at least you get more images. And you don't get somebody trying to say this fits with this conspiracy theory about, the gray aliens being interested in probing your butt. Last comment on this. Besides not giving citation for the image and misappropriating it for his pet theory about whatever the hell it is this week, there's not much on the Facebook page, so I won't bother linking to it. Here's all the data. I'll include all the archives you see below. And you can look up this stuff and find out there is a mystery and we don't know how it works. And no, that doesn't mean that proves your personal theory about something. And Lee Wheelbarger wanted attention today. That's why he posted a comment. He's lonely again. So if you want to, go look up Lee Wheelbarger's channel and give him some love. He obviously desperately needs it. And also he has a couple of links on his web pages that are dead. So apparently he's lost access to some more resources on the net again. Really, Lee? You've lost another submarine? Anyway, so that'll be about it for the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And I'm going to consider this a request video because he came by neener-neenering, because that's what he does, I guess, these days. He used to crow about being an inventor. I don't see him putting out any more recent patents, so maybe he'll tell everybody how to design something or do a video on the cold plasma phenomena you're looking at right now. Or maybe correct all of that. Or maybe explain why the fuck that has anything to do with his conspiracy theory about the grand solar minimum. Good day.